Hello, thanks for joining me for another video beer review then. So another Oktoberfest then, and this time we're heading to Spaten, and this is their Oktoberfest beer. 5.9% ABV, 23 IBUs. This is the official, or one of the official Oktoberfest beers that generally takes place in Munich this time of year. In South Germany, Bavaria, but obviously this year it's not happening. As I've said in other kind of videos, it's, you know, with the whole world situation and stuff. So yeah, here's the crown. This isn't the one that is actually sold in the United States and elsewhere. This is the one from Germany itself, because there's actually two different versions that Spartan do. Spartan, whatever you want to call them. These guys have been around since 1397. What else can I glean from this? So it's brewed from water, barley malts, hops and hop extract, again in accordance with the German purity law. So obviously hop extract is part of that purity law. Interesting one. So a 500ml bottle then. This is the obviously the 2020 edition. So let's crack it open then. So this is actually classed as a Festbier. A little bit of smoke on the opening. So, Festbiers, let's generate a bit of a head, which is more traditional, isn't it? I'll leave it at that for a minute. So, Festbier, a beer rich in malt with a balance of clean hop bitterness. Bread or biscuit-like malt aroma and flavour is common. Originating in Germany, the style used to be seasonally available in spring. So the Ur-Märzen, meaning March, with the Fest-style versions tapped in October. So obviously this is the Fest-style version of a Ur-Märzen. So here we go. So I've been trying to get through a few of these this week and then post them literally straight away. So, beer in a glass then, crystal clear, you know, one finger, soapy white head. Not much in the way of carbonation rolling through this one, so very kind of muted on that. Slightly surprising, but... So yeah, this is from Spanten, which are part of the Franziskaner-Löwenbräu group, which is part of InBev. So aroma then, some sweet malt in there for sure. Let's get this out of the way because I don't need that at the moment. Yeah, very kind of grainy as you'd expect, but it's got that nice familiar whiff now. Now I've had a few of these beers, and what's the other one I had? I had the Löwenbräu the other day, which is all part of the same group. So I'm trying to think, what one was it? I haven't had the Franziskaner one before. I think they do one. So yeah, a general whiff of, there is a little bit of that kind of white bread crust, a little bit of crackery, dry cracker there for sure. Yeah, some sweet grain, a little bit maybe floral. Smells alright. Let's give it a try. Cheers, Prost. Oh. It's amazing. You don't think you want a beer, and then you don't think you're thirsty, and then as soon as you crack on with a Festbier or a nice lager pilsner or something like that, it just yes, I'm thirsty. You know, yes, I want a beer. It's literally instantaneous. I don't get it with any other style of beer. It's weird how it works for me, at least. It's a lovely looking beer. A bit of lacing going around. Yeah, another lovely drinking experience. You're going to get the purists say, oh, they're AB InBev. And yes, they are, you're right. That's my answer. But then they'll, rather than support a local business, they'll go down McDonald's and get a, you know, I don't know, a Happy Meal. Because it's childish behaviour. Nice. There's a little bit of spice going on in there. There's a little bit of that. I'm trying to think what it is. I don't know. I don't know if it's spicy type perfumey hop flavour. Yeah, floral, very floral. Ridiculously easy drinking for the ABV that this is 5.9. I actually did check with the Spaten Oktoberfest Ur-Märzen, or whatever you want to call it. It's the same ABV, but it hasn't got any of. I'm trying to think what it's. I think it's got more. It's got a bigger red logo on the front, and it hasn't got any of this horse and carts and the barrels. I think it's just got like there's a black border and it says Oktoberfest down about here. So that's the. I'm pretty sure that is the other export version for the United States, possibly Canada. I don't know, but I'm sure someone will let me know. And there is two versions on Untapped, but this is the one I have here. So it's really quaffable, very easy drinking, very Moorish, a ridiculously no hint of ABV. It's very clean. It's a medium body. It's nothing crazy there. You can see why. Well, I've noticed why this beer and the ones before it, why they come in these big steins. I think they're 2.5 pint steins, or you probably don't get 2.5 pints, but because you have about that much ahead, which is normal, you're probably getting 1.5 pints or something like that, or 1.75 pints. I don't know what the actual measurement of beer is, but I know it comes with a massive head of foam, which is, as I said, perfectly normal. And it is for a lot of places, certainly in Germany and Belgium, and that is what it is. It's traditional. You're paying for the amount of beer, just the glass is a little bit bigger. But you can see why they drink loads of this at the festivals over there. And I did actually have a look today on some of the other breweries that generally take part in the Oktoberfest, and there is is it the Hoffenbrau what's it called? Oh, I'm gonna completely forget. Hofbrau in Munich, that brewery, they got like a brew house you go into, a massive big hall. It looks absolutely beautiful, and they had a festival in there with tables and chairs, but all spaced out on that. So it did something. A few things are happening in Germany, but it's not that massive kind of what you associate that, you know, all the big loud music and stuff, and you know, and thousands upon thousands of people. It's nothing like that, of course. This is going down very well. It's only my second beer, I think, from Spartan or Spaten. Looks like Spaten. Someone spat on me. Not bad. It's not bad at all. It's better than I thought it was going to be. As I say, it's so refreshing. It's just like grog. I'll have another 2-pint grog. You know, you can get in trouble with these, and people, I'm sure, have. A nice residual kind of flavour on the palate. A light kind of lemon. More of a piffy lemon, but very kind of diluted in that. It's just very kind of subtle. But yeah, overall, a very refreshing, easy drinking, moreish, with a slight kind of spicy, bitter kick to it, edge, sprinkled with a little bit of that lemon kind of rind, if you like. Very, very nice, and lovely kind of that biscuity, bready kind of malt feel as well, just to lift the beer in body a little bit. But then hide in the ABV, so it's come together very well. Nice stuff. What does it say about this beer though? It just says, this golden strong lager Festbier is brewed for Oktoberfest in Munich, which I might have said that already. And it just goes into what I've already said about this is not the same beer as the Ur-Märzen sold as Oktoberfest in the US and elsewhere. So, and then you go to the other page for the one I was just talking about. So the Märzen is a darker Märzen beer sold in the US and elsewhere as Oktoberfest Ur-Märzen. This is not the golden fest beer sold at Munich as Oktoberfest beer, which is what this one is. Clearing that one up. So one more taste, we'll give this Spaten-Fest beer or Oktoberfest beer a rating. It's actually very pleasant. It's not say worst is the wrong word, but it's not the lowest of the beers I've had so far in the last few days. It's pitching around the middle kind of point for me, but I like it. I still think it's a decent beer. I'm gonna give this beer a 7.5 out of 10. So that's a 3.75 or a 3.8 when I come to put it on Untapped on that level. But yeah, 7.5 out of 10. Quite a pleasant beer, and they all have been. So let's go to Untapped then. So this version has had 16,114 total check-ins. This is the generic check-in on Untapped, not the 2020 that people seem to collect vintages of every single thing you look on Untapped. It's like, but some of them are, yeah, they're there this year, but then I don't know. Everything's always the same. It's just a different year, but they just want the old tick. I don't know where I went then. So 16,114 total check-ins, then 443 in the last 30 days. It's had 13,422 actual ratings of this beer then, coming in at 3.52, which is a 7. Yeah, I'll go with that. I mean, that's a hell of a lot of ratings. It levels itself out, and that's probably about the right score. But for me personally, having never had this one before, I'm enjoying it a lot, and a 7.5. So pretty damn good. So let me know if you've had this one before from the Spartan, their Oktoberfest beer for 2020. Let me know down in the comments. Check out my other German beers and the other Oktoberfest I've been doing recently, and there'll be more to come after this. So hope you're all keeping safe out there. Enjoy a nice Oktoberfest beer soon, and I'll see you on the next review. Cheers.